Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some more Star Wars Battlefront 2 news. We're now roughly 24 hours or a bit more since the Droideka update that dropped yesterday, and a lot of people are getting the hang of the TX130 and the Droideka, and it seems like the overall impression is that the TX130 is in a pretty good spot and the Droideka might need a slight buff to its damage. It's not bad per se, but based on most of the community's reception, it seems like it might need a slight buff to its damage, the same way that the BX Commando droid needed after its initial release. But overall, I think it's been a very successful launch, and the only really main issue that has been the crashes in Naboo capital supremacy between the phases, and that's the first thing I wanted to touch upon, because Ben did tweet out and saying that they've done some changes to capital supremacy to kind of temporarily fix this issue, or at least make it less annoying, by increasing the ticket count on the ground phase from 50 to 100 and then reduce the bomb timer up on the capital ships from 20 down from 100, as well as the ticket bonus for boarding is up to 3 per boarding person, up from 1. So that basically means that you will be playing a lot longer on the ground, and once you do eventually board a ship, you will have a lot bigger chance of actually taking out the ship at the first attempt. So I think this is so that you will have less up and down between the two different phases, and therefore less crashing. They are working on the actual crashing issue as well, but this was something they could do server side to kind of, well, make the crashing less annoying, simply because you'll be playing more on the ground and you won't be going up and down as much as you currently are. And then I wanted to talk about something that people have spotted in the game: the 4 new animated victory poses. I think these are the first animated victory poses in the game so far, and they are for Yoda, Maul, Obi-Wan and Grievous. And you can't unlock these yet, but they will be unlockable in July, probably during those community events or community challenges that they have mentioned. So I think these 4 are pretty neat. At least the Yoda one in particular is really cool. The Maul, Obi-Wan and Grievous ones, they move a little bit, like it's a little bit like almost like they're breathing or kind of idling like that. So although it's not really something awesome, I think it's still gonna stand out a little bit, because everything else on the victory screen is completely static. So if your character is moving a little bit, that's gonna stand out, especially if you have the Yoda one. I think the Yoda one is definitely the one I'm most excited for. Not that I play Yoda a lot, but if I had that Yoda victory pose, I kind of want to play Yoda and get to that top 5 spot, just to see him hover on the victory screen, but while everyone else is just completely static. Except of course for Grievous, if you have the shattered skin, as that one is moving a little bit, but that's more to do with the skin and not with the actual victory poses. So yeah, those 4 animated victory poses will be unlockable in July. And then a quick update to the clone skin bundles. So the 212th Recon Division and the 41st Scout Division that came out yesterday, you can currently only unlock by buying each class skin individually. So I think that's 240,000 credits if you want all 8 of them, but they will be available in bundles at a later date, in a later update. So not during this update, unfortunately, which means it might not be until August or something like that, I'd imagine, simply because I don't think there's going to be any update in July. That's probably why they put out the victory poses today as well, so that, well, they don't have to patch anything in July. Moving on, Guillaume did talk about some jump changes to Grievous, Bossk and the BX prior to this update, but apparently he was mistaken in regards to which patch it was coming out. So it's not coming until the August update, as it needs to be thoroughly tested, which I totally understand. But I'm very glad to hear that it's coming overall, because Grievous should not have like a force float, and neither should Bossk, since, well, they're not force users. So I'm curious if they're gonna still jump as high as they do now, but maybe a little bit like faster, if you know what I mean. And same goes for the BX. I think the BX jumps a little bit too low right now, especially if you compare to how they jump in the Clone Wars series. So I'd imagine that the 3 of them might have very similar jumps after the update. I'm curious how exactly it's going to work out, but I'd simply imagine it's going to be maybe as high as a force user can jump, but faster, since it's not like floaty, if you know what I mean. And then moving on, Guillaume also tweeted about the health on kill card, saying, as an extra apology for the jump mix-up, health on kill star card redesign is now done and will go through proper approvals. And he did say that this should hopefully be coming out in August, and when someone asked if what he meant with this was passive health on kill cards, he said Possibly that's the goal at least. So I'm curious what other type of redesign he's talking about, since he did say that it's done, but he also only said possibly to the passive part. So I'm not sure if they maybe reworked completely how the health on kill cards would work, which is a little bit strange since they kind of already reworked them this month, but that might just be for the summer and then it will be completely reworked in August, we'll see. And he was also asked about Finn's health on kill card and why he did not get that changed, and he basically said that he missed him and he will change him ASAP. So that's good to hear. It's a shame that he missed him, of course, but at least they're aware of it. I was afraid that they just for some reason decided to keep his health on ability kill a card, as that one was pretty rubbish. But Yoda killing with Unleash, I totally understand. I don't think Yoda should have a health on kill card, as he's so small and hard to kill, and he has a heal, which means that if he gets health back on every single kill, he's gonna be really tricky to get rid of. But Finn, on the other hand, should definitely get a normal health on kill card and not have to rely on that ability that you pretty much never use. And lastly, before I wrap up the video, I just wanted to say that there will be triple XP in Capital Supremacy from midnight tonight until Sunday. So if you want to level up, well, anything, get into Capital Supremacy, get that triple XP. And lastly, a little ad here in the end. If you guys are interested in stocking up on some G Fuel, which, as you know, I've been sponsored by for a year now, you can actually get 30% off with code SHEEV until the 30th. So you got 3 days now, 30% off your entire G Fuel order, sugar-free energy drinks that I drink during every single stream actually, and there's like 30 different flavors, so there's always something that fits everyone basically. But yeah, that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.